Good morning, students. Today we are going to start lesson 1 of Geography, Resources and Development. So, students, let's start. Things which are present in the environment and used to satisfy our needs are called resources. For example, oxygen. We need oxygen to live. The things become resources only when they are technologically accessible, economically feasible, and culturally acceptable. Technologically accessible means, take one example. Gold is a resource, but students, it will become a resource for you only when you will technically able to assess it. Means it should be technologically accessible. The next dimension is it should be economically feasible. Take example, while extracting the gold, suppose you spend 1 lakh but the amount of extracted gold is 50,000. It means you are in loss and it is not economically feasible. Next one is it should also be culturally acceptable, means it should be accepted by the society. So, we can say that resources should be technologically accessible, culturally acceptable, and economically feasible. Now, let's learn how as a human being we use a resource. For this, human beings interact with the physical environment. Take example, for extracting the gold, we have to interact with physical environment with the help of technology. This creates a interactive relationship between nature, technology, and institution. According to many people, resources are free gift of nature, but they are not. Resources are the function of human activities. They transform material available in our environment into resources and use them. These resources can be classified on different bases. On the different bases, we are having 4 bases here. Number 1, on the basis of origin, we are having 2 types of resources, biotic resources and abiotic resources. Next one, on the basis of exhaustibility, we are having renewable resources and non-renewable resources. Third one is on the basis of ownership. We are having 4 types of resources. Number 1, individual. Number 2, community resources. Number 3, national resources. Number 4, international resources. Last one is on the basis of status of development. Again, we are having 4 types of development resources. Number 1, developed resources. Number 2, potential resources. Number 3, stock. Number 4, reserve. Now, let's study in detail the resources on the basis of origin. On the basis of origin, we are having 2 types of resources. Number 1, biotic resources. These are the resources which are having life, such as plants, animals, human beings, etc. Number 2, abiotic resources. All those things which are composed of non-living things are called abiotic resources. Example, air, rocks, metal. Now, next classification. Resources on the basis of exhaustibility. Number 1, renewable resources. The resources which can be renewed or reproduced by different processes such as chemical, physical, mechanical processes. These are known as renewable resources. For example, water, solar and wind energy. Next one is non-renewable resources. These resources take millions of years in their formation and occur over a very long geological time. For example, petroleum, minerals and fossil fuels. It is of two types. Number one, recyclable resources. Example, metals. Number two, non-recyclable resources. Example, fossil fuels. On the basis of ownership. On the basis of ownership, first one is individual resources. These resources are the resources which are owned privately by individual. For example, many farmers are having land which is allotted to them by government and farmer will have to pay revenue for this. If we talk about urban areas, people own plots, houses and other property there. Other examples are pasture land, ponds, plantations, etc. Next one is community resources. The resources which are the property of not an individual but these are the property of community. For example, public parks, picnic spots, etc. And these are accessible to all people living there. Third one is national resources. All those resources which belong to nation are called national resources. Country has legal power to get even private property for public welfare. All minerals, water reserves, forest and land with the political boundaries and oceanic area up to 12 nautical miles from coast is termed as territory water and belong to nation. Here 12 nautical miles means unit by which we measure the distance in ocean. Next type is international resources. All those resources which are related with any country, community and individual. They are international resources. No individual country can utilize these resources without the agreement of international institution. The area from 12 to 200 nautical miles is known as exclusive economic zones, and beyond 200 nautical miles, whatever the water body will be there, it will come under international category. Now, resources on the basis of status of development. Number 1. Potential resources. Resources which are found in an area but have not been utilized properly. For example, western part of Rajasthan and Gujarat have enormous ability for the development of wind and solar energy, but they have not been utilized properly. Next one is developed resources. The resources which are surveyed and their quality and quantity have been determined for use. The development of these resources depends on technology and level of their feasibility. Third one is stock. It means the materials which are present in the environment and having the ability to satisfy human needs, but human beings don't have appropriate technology to get it. For example, water is a compound of two gases, hydrogen and oxygen. Hydrogen can be used as a rich source of energy but we don't have adequate technology to use it for the purpose. That's why it can be considered as stock. Next one is reserve. Reserves are the subset of stock which can be put into use with the help of existing technology, but their use has not been started yet. For example, river water. River water can be used for generating hydroelectric power, but in present it is being utilized only to a limited extent. Thus, the water in dams is a reserve which can be used in future. So student, this was all about classification of resources. The rest we will do in the next video. Have a nice day. Thank you.